Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com, coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. I am back from my trip to Greece. It was the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, and can I just say, we had a fabulous time. Thank you guys so much for all your comments and well wishes, your birthday wishes, your anniversary wishes. July is such a busy month for me. Today for my Wednesday tip video, I decided to play around with the new Pigment sprinkles. Now, if you had Brusho that was in our last catalog, you're in luck because this is a very similar, if not the same product. We've just got some very vibrant new colors. The exciting thing is that while the Brusho was very pretty and vibrant, it was not colors that exactly matched the Stampin' Up! Colors. These new watercolor crystals called Pigment sprinkles match our Stampin' Up! Colors, and that makes it so much easier for us to design. You're gonna find the sprinkles on page 179. They're right down here in the bottom corner by our watercolor pencils. And you mix these with water to make watercolor backgrounds and washes and to use for watercoloring techniques. You get 6 jars, one each of 6 colors, and there's 6 grams in each jar. These are acid free, so they're good for your scrapbooking. And the color of powder changes to correct color when water is added. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about that. Now, if you like watercolor techniques, and you guys, if you follow me, you know that I love watercolor techniques. I have so much fun with them. You're really gonna like these crystals. So you get 6 little jars. They come in a nice little box like this. Each one has a color label on the top of it. And it also has the name of the color on the jar. So we've got Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay, Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, Mango Melody, and Daffodil Delight. And aren't those just scream pretty to me. So when you first open up your jars, there's a little lid here. And let's see if I can, there we go. It snaps into place. And what I find, you can see I've been playing with these all morning. You are gonna get a little messy, and that's okay, because when I'm done here, I'm gonna go take a shower, and once I wash my hair, this will come right out. But if you want to keep your fingers clean, you can take your pick tool with the spatula end and pop these open. And what I found when I was working with them is I really liked, I left the rest of these open, I didn't close them. I really like to have the jars sitting in front of me open already so that I could just go to town with them. The other little tip that I have as I was using these is I liked having my lids right side up. And I'm going to take and put each jar next to its lid here, because that was just easier when I was using them, because the pigments do not look like, they don't look like the color they are. This looks like orange, right? And this is actually Granny Apple Green. So yeah, to erase any confusion there, this is how I did it. Our Mango and our Daffodil Delight, that looks orange also, but it's really yellow. Okay, so I've got those all set up here. I'm just gonna move these over here, and I'll move these over here. So I have a whole bunch of different color combinations that I used. I'm gonna bring in my grid paper. This grid paper is available from Stampin' Up. It is part of our product offering, and I love the grid paper. So it keeps my desktop clean. And there's, I think, 100 sheets. Let me look. I don't wanna give you bad information. Yes. You get 100 sheets. This is on page 183 in the annual catalog. It's $12.50 for 100 sheets. And I also like that you can measure your layers here. There's places to write notes. It even gives you some little diagrams for the size of mini cards, greeting cards, gift cards, note cards. So it's really, really neat. I use this a lot. I don't tend to use it in my videos because of the glare on the camera. I don't know, maybe it's actually better, but regardless, grid paper, the item code is right here if you'd like to get any. It lasts like forever. Now, the thing that I found when I was using the pigment sprinkles is they work really well with our shimmer white cardstock. That item code is right here in case you'd like to order it. You can always go to my store, go to my blog, I should say, and in the right-hand column, there's an online ordering button. Click that, and you can do a search for the name of these items. You don't have to have item codes. So this is our shimmer white cardstock. And it might be a little hard to see. Let me see if I can get my lighting on here. There is a shimmer in this. So it's almost like it has little, I don't know, diamond crystals maybe. It's also got a little less absorbency, so it's not as porous as regular cardstock, and that helps with watercolor techniques. So I've got a piece of cardstock, a piece of the shimmer white cardstock here, and I'm just gonna do a couple different variations. I've also got just a scrap that was a strip, and I'm going to make this match up with my big layer so I can use it on the inside. You guys know how I like to decorate the inside, right? So this one is the Granny Apple Green. And I do have a fan going above me. It's pretty warm here in Wisconsin. So that's kind of making my powder blow a little bit, but it didn't seem to cause any problems for me. This is Bermuda Bay. And you're just going to sprinkle on a little bit of the sprinkle. This one is Gorgeous Grape, and this is one of my favorite color combinations. There we go. Now, I'm going to bring in one of my spritzers. When you order these spritzers, I love that they have a very fine mist. That's kind of hard to find sometimes. You get 2 of them in a pack, so they're a really good deal. And now I'm just going to, I'm going to move this out of the way here too, just in case we get any blow by. Is that what you would call it? Blue by? I don't know. Oh my gosh, look at how vibrant and pretty that is. Now, the more water you spray on it, the more the crystals are going to burst. Isn't that simply gorgeous? Now you can leave this sit right here and let it dry. You can also bring in your heat tool. You're gonna get different looks with the different ways that you do things. One thing that I like to do is you can see the water pooling at the edges here. You can see the color pooling on the edges. I just kind of like to wipe that up a little bit. And again, you're gonna get a different look with that than if you just let it dry all by itself. So what I did when I was making my samples is I took a piece of this white paper and I set it off to the side, and I picked these up and I set them over there and let them dry. Let's heat set it. Let's see what that looks like. I'll speed this up so you don't have to listen to my heat tool. You're gonna get a little bit of curling. You can set this under a book, or you can just leave it set off to the side. This paper does go down nicely again, so I like that. How amazing is that background? You guys want to try some more colors? Let's try. Now I'm going to bring in a piece of watercolor paper, and we are going to, let's do the same color combination again so I can show you side by side the difference between the shimmer and the watercolor. Again, I've got the Gorgeous Grape here, Bermuda Bay, which doesn't look at all like Bermuda Bay, right? But it is. And then the Granny Apple. These colors kind of remind me of a galaxy, which is pretty cool. Now you could leave it like this, or you could keep spraying to blend those colors. Oh my gosh, look at how rich and beautiful. Now this one is a little bit darker than the other one that we made, and that's just because of the amount of crystals that I poured on it. I think this would be absolutely beautiful with the Noble Peacock stamp set, don't you? Gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna take this, set it off to the side, and we're going to do a different color combination here. I'm going to bring in some more shimmer white cardstock, and now we're going to use Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, and Melon Mambo. See how helpful that is to have the lids by them? Because when I grab this, it doesn't look like Melon Mambo at all, but it does say it on the jar, so makes it a little bit easier. Again, don't be afraid of that water. Water is good for this technique. Look at how cool that looks. Just gonna grab a tissue and again come in here and sop up some of the water running off the edges. That's just gonna help it dry a little bit faster. I kind of like to take my spatula end and push it down. That's gonna help it from bowing up a lot. We're gonna take this one and we're going to set it off to the side. Whoops, I gotta move something here, hang on. All right, now I'm going to bring in a whole bunch of pieces that I made because I was having myself some sprinkle fun. And isn't this interesting? Now this one is Bermuda Purple and Orange again. It does look similar to this one, but quite a bit different, right? These are all gonna turn out very different. Then I've got, this is shimmer paper and this is shimmer paper. This is the Mambo, Mango, and Daffodil. This one is watercolor paper with the same color combination, and you can see that it does give you a very different type of, I don't know, texture. Again, with the shimmer, love this color combination of Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay, and Gorgeous Grape. This was actually the first one that I made. This uses watercolor paper. And I grabbed my spritzer that I have rubbing alcohol in and I sprayed it on here. Now this is a whole different look, but it's the same color combination. And it just did something different. I do like the water better, but I can see a use for the alcohol too. And the alcohol dries really fast. Now this one was Gorgeous Grape and Melon Mambo. It isn't that pretty. Again, this is on watercolor paper. More watercolor paper with the Granny Apple Green and the Melon Mambo. This kind of reminds me of watermelon, so that's fun. This was the Mango and the Gorgeous Grape, and that's a really different look too. I don't know how I feel about it, but I think for maybe for a masculine card, this would be really good. Then I tested out using the powder where I sprayed the cardstock first. So I put water on blank watercolor paper and then I sprinkled, and this is what I got. And then this one I did where I sprinkled the powder on and then sprayed the water. So that's two kind of different looks too, right? Here's another pretty one with Gorgeous Grape and Granny Apple Green. And then this is Mango and the Granny Apple Green together. And this is just another one that I did. So what do you guys think? Aren't these just gorgeous? Now, what am I going to do with all of these? Well, don't worry. I have something up my sleeve. I am going to make cards out of these. Well, not all of them at once, but I'm going to set these aside and pull in some of the layers, and I'm going to make some cards. I'll be sharing those on my video, my Feature Friday video on Friday, July 19th. So you're going to have to watch for that, and I'll show you what I did with these. What I can tell you, it was a whole bunch of fun, and I highly recommend the pigment sprinkles. These are going to last like forever. There is a lot of powder in each one of these jars, and I used very, very little of it. You're going to close your jars up, put your lids back on, put them back in this cute little box for storage purposes. All right, you guys, if you have any questions about these, feel free to leave me some comments. I always appreciate your thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss that video coming out on Friday. And also, if you would like to order the pigment sprinkles, the spritzers, if you need a take your pick tool, you can also get that on my online store. Go to my blog. In the right-hand column, you'll find online store button. Use this host code. If your order's under $150, you'll get some special perks from me. If your order's over $150, stop. You really need to become a discount shopper. For $99 plus tax, you can order our discount shopper kit, which includes $155 worth of any product you want. You get to choose whatever product out of the annual catalog you want, $155 worth, for only $99 plus tax. So if you've got a big order, please consider becoming a discount shopper. There are so many benefits and there are no strings attached. You can place orders in the future at a 20% minimum discount. Plus, when you order the kit during July and August, you're going to get a $10 coupon towards your order for the next month. So it's a win-win. It is the best deal of the year. I will be sharing another technique with the pigment sprinkles probably next Wednesday. So make sure you watch for that. I think you guys will love these, and especially if you like watercolor techniques. These are the bomb. As you can see, they are magnificent. All right, have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday. I'll see you back here on Friday. Bye-bye.